Graham, many congratulations. That's a pretty emphatic way to reach the knockout stages, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously today's performance was outstanding in many ways on a challenging pitch, especially for the batters. But I think the last, this trip, we feel as though we've been away for a couple of weeks, but it's been a really positive set of 3 results. So we're in a good place going out in knockout stages.
You went to Guildford knowing you had to win. You went to Lords knowing you had to win. You've come here knowing you had to win. How impressive is it to do it 3 times on the spin in quick succession?
Yeah, sometimes the pressure of doing that can bring out the best in people, and I think without a doubt we've played some outstanding cricket. I think the game against Middlesex at Lords just gone. I said to the boys yesterday, is actually winning those games when in tight situations is a really good place to be in, because over the next phase and hopefully going into the final, if we play small good cricket, is that winning those games is really important, because we've been there, done it. Today was slightly different. I thought actually was Chile mentioned in the group about one of our top 4 going on to play well in this game, and it worked out to be a captain's knock, and he played outstanding, and fair play.
Obviously your captain gets the headlines today, but just to take you back to that game at Lords, it was your younger lads, wasn't it, that won the game for you with the bat, and then Tom with the ball in that last over. How proud are you of their performances in that game?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything that we do as coaches, and especially myself and Crick, we do a lot of hard work in the second team that ultimately goes to that situation. There was a few different situations in that game. I mean, of course, Aspie closing out the game, him taking responsibility and doing that and producing the goods. I thought and rightly so, he'll get a lot of accolades for that, and he did fantastically well. But actually, if we go back a little bit to George Lavelle and George Balderson, against Hampshire, when it's a game that we could have won, but we learned from it. We had some tough conversations, and the way that especially George Lavelle played in that game, and at Hursty at Lords, you could be looking around thinking, this is Lords and it's a fantastic environment to play, but could have quite easily went in their shell. I thought that was an outstanding way to come back and almost go like, I'm good enough to play at that level. So in many ways we're playing some really good stuff. A lot of people are ticking a lot of boxes, but we've not won anything yet. We've got to push hard now. We go to Gloucester, and I think we're in a good place. Teams that win games in a row and push towards the back end of a competition often go quite far. So fingers crossed.
You've actually been playing kind of knockout cricket for the last 3 matches, haven't you? In a way, is that quite a good thing going into Friday?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly bringing out the best of us, but we're going to play against some good teams now. Hopefully against more teams than just Gloucester. They've played some really strong stuff, but once again, look, what we've done really well is we've briefly mentioned opposition, but actually we believe that if we play anywhere near our best, we'll win games. But yeah, I mean, the pressure of knockout competitions often brings the best out of people, and I think we're playing some good stuff.
Just on this game in particular, at the halfway point, actually at the toss, what would you have done?
We would have bowled.
Right, okay.
We would have bowled, yeah, and we were slightly surprised that they batted, but that's fine. Maybe they thought the pitch was going to get worse. We didn't think it was going to change a great deal. We knew that was going to do enough, and we knew it was going to be challenging for batters, but we thought actually winning the toss and bowling first would have been the right option.
Your senior boys at the top with Tom and Will, an outstanding opening spell again, wasn't it?
Yeah, and to be honest, it's been a tough decision. People like Jack Blatherwick, who hasn't played, we've had to make tough decisions, and it's an area, with me taking the head coach role, is you have to make tough decisions. Could he have played? Absolutely. But we've got two of the best bowlers in the country opening the bowling, and that spell up top, to have them fall down early was outstanding, and put us in a good phase to win the game.
Injury keeps Josh Bohannon out today. Did it take much convincing for Stephen to dust off the gear and go again?
I'm not even sure he actually had his gear. I think it was still at Old Trafford, so he just mixed and matched a little bit. But actually, we sat down at Sedbergh and we said there's going to be options where we'll be under pressure. There'll be things thrown at us throughout the competition that will test us, and that was one of them. And he had absolutely zero hesitation to going out there and perform. He's a Lancs lad, and to be honest, we feel as though he can do that role easily. Obviously, there's lads coming in that are going to take, as he's getting a bit older, younger lads that are going to express themselves a little bit as well. But we knew that given the opportunity, he's fine. He's been around long enough. They all go, so he'll be fine.
So obviously a quick turnaround to Friday, isn't it? Are you likely at this point to go with what you've got again? There's a potential you might get some 100 boys available. Is that a conversation that's been had?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have that conversation at some stage. I mean, right now we're just enjoying the win. I don't know exactly what's going on with regards to the 100 lads, really, to be honest. But I think we'll enjoy now. We've got we'll travel down Thursday. The balls will probably have very, very little ball and activity, really. They'll probably get in the pool and do all the recovery. The batters will have a hit on Thursday, and then we'll be good to go on Friday, whatever team we take down.
And you mentioned the opposition obviously takes up a notch because all these teams are qualified now.
Yeah,
they're a strong side at home in particular, aren't they? I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, once again, we don't talk about them too much because we feel as though we'll, if we play anywhere near our best, we'll do well. But of course, they've got power up top. But this is the beauty of all these games now going forward are going to be really, really good battles, good challenges, and yeah, I think we're in a good place.
Cheers, Graham.